Hello and welcome to this video. My name is Eva. Very amazing that you are here. Before we start, I would love you to give this video a like or comment and subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Please do that because it helps the algorithm and it just helps other people to also find this video. And I haven't really asked this before in my videos, and I'm just gonna start doing it now because it seems like it's working. A lot of people just forget, or yeah, so this is a reminder. So thank you very much for helping me out. And now I'm gonna start sharing. So a lot of questions that are coming in general in the groups and also emails I'm getting is about perceiving energies that some people do, some people don't. Then on some days like people who feel energies, they feel it stronger or less strong, or they even feel energy coming in when they're not meditating and so forth. So there is just a lot of questions around energies. And this video is just gonna be about the energy transmission and energies in general. So the energy transmission I'm working with comes from beyond creation, and I had once an experience in a meditation where my consciousness left my body and I traveled up through all the dimensions in creation, stepped outside of creation into the Brahman, and there it was this light. It's introduced itself basically as the source of source. So I saw it as like a stream coming in, and this is where everything starts. So this is how I saw it, and right away this light, this source of source light, got multiple light in many different lights, so many different aspects, with different qualities. And the source of source light merged with my system, and I got the message I got back what was mine before, so that I can work with it. And this is the energy that's coming through me. So it's just that it comes from beyond creation. It contains everything that's in creation. So everything we can think of, this light is basically creating creation. And I just ask like, oh, how can I like call this? Or, like how do you actually call this light? And the best way I can describe it, what was shown to me, it's the light of the highest truth. So it just contains everything in creation. And this is very fascinating. And, I'm still learning what it exactly means. But what I see for us for individuals, so when I transmit it to individuals, it pulls it towards their personal highest truth. So meaning it just starts transforming their system on a cellular level. So it just changes the information in the system that everything that's not of your highest truth, it's very simple, can fall away. You recognize it, you change direction, you let go of habits, stuff like that. And that what is of your highest truth has then space to come in, and the transmission pulls you into that direction. I mean, it needs us as well, because we need to act on all these things. So the transmission can come in, it can show us certain things, it can guide us in certain direction, it can bring us certain opportunities, but we are the ones who need to let go of the things, who need to act on the opportunities and so forth. So we need to act. And by acting, we are creating. So we're manifesting in our life experience, and we are creating, So we are constantly creating our reality. And so it's very easy to, let go of old stuff, of old habits, and, because we've created them as well, and just create new stuff. Energetically seen is very simple. For the human, it's not so much because, of course, a habit is sometimes hard to overcome, as we know. And yeah, just certain structures we have in our system are hard to overcome, but the transmission, just over time, it's a process, it's unfolding, it takes years. It takes probably our whole lifetime. I don't know how long it's going to take, but it's definitely going to take very long. It just shows us every day, every other day, it just shows us something. Okay, you can look at this, you can work on this, you can let go of this, and so forth. And these energies are just assisting us, and we're receiving what we need in the present moment. It's always coming in the present moment, like this whole aspect of the light, which is so much information. and we're receiving what we need. So for some people, it's going to be letting go of a lot, clearing karma out of the system. Maybe that's their main topic for that time. For some people, it's health issues, getting rid of the energetic influences for health issues. For some people, it's going to be revealing of spiritual gifts, for example, they're having and they can share with others. For some people, it's going to be actually awakening to higher levels of consciousness. It's not everybody has the same path in this life experience. Many people have a similar one, but still we are very individual. We're here for different reasons, and the important part is to understand that we are guided to what's truthful for us, like the highest truth for us. And it doesn't mean that it's always easy and that we see it right away, because this is just the little downside of this reality, that we don't see our like future. So I mean, we have a free will, and the future I would see as potential. There are different potential, different possibilities, and we can kind of choose which ones we want to explore. So in the end, it's always on us to follow what we prefer, what we want, what kind of energies we prefer in our lives, where we want to live from which vibration. So these energies can help us. They lift us up like crazy. They help us to move forward and to let go of old stuff. It's just in such a speedy process. Everything is sorry, happening so fast. But it's still on us to act on it. It's still on us to decide what we want. And for example, wanting the highest truth, and just following what is of your personal highest truth in the way you can in the present moment, it's already a possibility. Or follow the joy, follow the love, or whatever you want to follow God, follow the Divine Mother. Just choose the direction you can follow. And at the same time, so it's the action, and at the same time is to surrender to how life is manifesting in the present moment. So what life is presenting to you. Sometimes, it presents you energies that need healing and clearing, sometimes obstacles, sometimes it presents you with new possibilities, new opportunities. A lot of information is coming in, also from the transmission, ideas of what you could do next, and then you have to act on them. So these are the energies. The energies come in, they help us to transform our system. So on the fundamental level, like I said, everybody's path is going to be different. And it just helps us to transform, to move away from the human we were, let's say the old version, to become the more optimum version of us, or of a human in general, because there is a massive change of the system going on while going through this process. And there is actually, I'm going to do a separate video once in the future, because I was looking into what is actually changing, like energetically in our system and in life experience. What is permanently changing if we just, start this process and going through this whole process. And I found already more than 30 aspects that are permanently changing in our system that never stay the same, and the energy is helping us with that. And it's not something we can actively do, so it comes with the transformation. And what you can do is with these energies, I mean, in general, the energies are everywhere. And the more sensitive you get, not everybody's perceiving energies, and that's very, very fine. But some people are. And the more sensitive you get, you will just feel like wherever you go, everything is just energy and you sense it. For people who don't sense any energies, like it doesn't matter, it comes in anyways. And everybody can build a relationship with these energies if you want to. So it really depends on, like, okay, I'm talking about my work, with other people's work, I don't know, like ask them, because everybody's transmission is a bit different and has a different purpose and stuff like that. But if you, for example, are a member of Next Elevations, and the energy is coming in all the time anyways for you if you're connecting through, the YouTube videos or the free meditation on Thursday, or you join the group meditations. So the transmission is always the same that's coming through. I'm just working with it and using it in the way that's needed for this specific purpose, what we are doing. So I build a relationship over time with these energies for these purposes, but I also know I can do other stuff as well with it. But it's more like, okay, I'm doing this, and when a possibility is opening up, so the potential that's already there, it's not always seen all at once. Sometimes it just opens up, and then it's seen, and oh, I can actually do that. And then, oh wow, I can actually do that. Like before you don't know, you don't see it, and then suddenly potential opens up. But going back, everybody can build a relationship with the transmission that's coming through, because it's there for you. It's helping your transformation, so you can communicate with it. You can ask it questions, for example, if this is something you desire. You can ask it for help in specific areas of your life. You can ask it for, like if you have like let's say you have different opportunities, like which one you should choose, or if you're not really sure if something is of your highest truth and you're not sure, is this like the ego, or is this the mind, or is this actually your heart talking to you, or the true nature coming through, then you can also ask it. And this might take a little practice. Usually it takes a little practice so um, that you know like how the answer comes to you. And since the transmission is pure information, you can connect to the energy in various different ways. You can just, like when you meditate and the transmission is present, you can just communicate with it. You ask it questions with your eyes closed, you think about something. I would recommend always, so in general, when you connect to the energy, ask for a clear channel and ask that what is coming through is for your highest good, for everybody else's highest good, and the highest good for the collective, just to give it like a little framework. And then you can just ask the question and wait for the answer. Or you can, for example, write down the question into your, for example, laptop, or just, with your hands. You write down the question and then you wait for the answer to come. Or you get the answer as just a bubble of information, just bubble, and then like whole stories are already present, or you get images, or you just get feelings in the body, when it feels right, it's like a warm feeling. When it doesn't feel right, it's like a tight feeling, or some people get tingles when it's yes, so yes or no, or uh, when it's a yes, it's warm, so whatever, more light is coming in, or the system opens up more, and when it's no, it tightens down. So there are really so many different ways you can connect to it. I used to, for a long time actually, how I actually started to communicate with the energy was I have like this little wand here, and it happened that somebody gave it to me and asked, "Hey, can you like talk to this? Can you kind of talk to the energy?" And I practiced. I started on spiritual retreats. So in the evening, we were sitting together with people afterwards, after meditations, and people were just asking me questions over and over again for many, many retreats. And I just tuned into the energy with the help of this wand. So it wasn't that the wand was giving me the energy, that the information, it was the energy. But yeah, anyways, so I received answers, and I just practiced until it just feels very normal. So it's like I'm here, ask the question, and then the answer is just within me. Like I know the answer right away. I've done it so many times. Anyways, just sharing, this is a possibility, but you can use anything. You can just use a crystal, or I don't know, what else do I have here? Nothing specific, but you could like use just a spiritual gadget, if you want, a pendulum. Yeah. So there are various different ways, and I recommend connecting to the energy and, ask it for help. And also ask it for help whatever you need to, um, like whatever you want to experience more of in your life, or whatever information you need. So I really enjoy, when I go to bed, I enjoy praying. I just say thank you for everything I enjoyed. So I not really that I bring in the energy of gratitude, but it just bring forward of what I want, what I enjoyed during the day, or what I found helpful. Um, and what I want to explore basically in the future, on the next day, what information I need, where I need help, in which areas of my life. And it's really energetically, so you can say a prayer to like the energy itself, or you can say it to like a saint or God, the Divine Mother, and so forth. But it's really about we have a focus, we have a very small focus. Like there is so much going on in this reality, and our focus is like tiny, tiny. It's really like, like a camera lens, if you want to use that. So there is so much going on, there is this big party, and there are so many people, thousands of people, and you could never like film everything all at once. So you have this little camera and you film those people dancing, those people eating cake, those people, I don't know, on the buffet. So you'll always have like this little very tiny focus. And this is the same with us, there are so many possibilities, opportunities. There are so many different ways how we can actually create our reality. And it's always on where is our focus. So the praying in the evening just helps to bring the focus into areas that you want to experience more of, or you want to explore more of. You know what I mean? Yeah, and so you can actively create what you want to explore and what you experience more of. And the energies can help with that because they give you the information, and they can guide you in directions and open up certain potentials and stuff like that. So it's just a lot faster, a lot more direct, and I'm not saying somebody because it's not somebody, it's just a higher intelligence, but you have this higher intelligence that helps you, guides you through life, and it helps to reveal whatever you want, and whatever you want to explore, it helps you with that as well. So it's really, really amazing. And these energies are not just there for helping us individually, but also for the collective. So this is, for example, coming in for me now, and it's new. I haven't put my focus on that yet, but the energy was like, okay, Eva, you can, this is happening as well. There is something happening on the collective. So these energies are working on a collective level. And I was shown, and now I'm also going to put my attention more on that and my focus, so that I can just see this more, because it was happening before as well, but I couldn't see it. I wasn't looking. Yeah, so it's always all very fascinating, a very fascinating exploration. It's always expanding, and yeah, so. And then what I actually want to say is that there are a lot of people who say, okay, they don't feel the energies. And not a lot of, there are a few people who say, okay, I don't feel any specific energy. But just, when you meditate with one of my videos with the group and so forth, like what do you experience? Do you experience more silence? Do you experience more inner peace? Then this is what the energy brings to you. Maybe you don't feel the energy specifically, you don't perceive it specifically, but you see what it's doing. So you can still do the same thing, you can still communicate, and use it for your advantage, and then see what happens. So I just recommend this really strongly, because the energies are now here for us. They're here, they want to work with us, they want to guide us, they want to help us with a fast transformation. So you can always connect to them if you want. And I strongly, strongly and highly recommend it that you try this as well. All right, thank you very much for watching. See you for the next video. Bye bye.